Welcome to the CTB Zodiac channel. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our newsletter today includes the following. The sign of Scorpio won't emerge until February of 2023. You can't look at the world through rose-colored glasses if you want an accurate picture of how things really are. Both the instructor and the student have the ability to perceive the level of commitment that the Scorpio brings to the table. It would appear that the Scorpio and the other partner in this connection are giving and receiving from one another. When they initially come into contact with one another, the two individuals form a favorable opinion of one another, yet, while traveling together it's been a while, but the instructor believes that you still haven't explained the emotional matters in a way that is clear, that is, the relationship between you and the other party is still in a state of ambiguity. It appears that you have the energy to be in the middle of the choice. It's possible that there are other people around the other party, and they may be trying to steer you in a different direction. After considering his options, he will most likely lean toward the new energy. Nonetheless, he has the impression that he can't let go of Scorpio. There are still some Scorpios who are in a hazy relationship with one another, and it would appear that the other party is taking full advantage of this state. After Scorpio has experienced the feeling of being loved by Scorpio, the teacher has the impression that Scorpio is willing to devote and sacrifice for love. An emotional experience, but is it really worth the energy a Scorpio has to deal with? Or is much of what Scorpio says just wishful thinking on their part? If you are at a loss for what to do, you may also come to me and ask me to see if there is any way to assist you in overcoming the challenges that stand in your way and escaping the current impasse that you find yourself in. I have some additional recommendations for you, and I do hope that they are of some assistance to you. The instructor advises Scorpio once more to look at the world objectively and not to view the other person through the lens of their own preconceived notions or biases. The condition of the other party does not correspond to what the Scorpio has imagined it should be. On that day, the Scorpio will be extremely serious and innocent after encountering a relationship, and it will be easy for the other party to grasp them. This means that in this relationship, the other party will become the controller, and he will be able to see through what the Scorpio is thinking at once. However, the Scorpio will only see flowers in the fog and will have no understanding of the other party's thoughts at all. The Scorpio is just drawn to the location, and despite their best efforts, they are unable to resist the allure of the other person. The equilibrium that previously existed between the two individuals has been disturbed. There is a possibility that the Scorpio would be misled by the flattering statements made by the other party, leading him to believe that the other party is his genuine love. Nevertheless, the other party has a variety of reasons why they cannot offer the Scorpio a definitive answer. You need to put pressure on the other party. This matter is, for the time being at least, placed on hold, and Scorpio will not be allowed to bring it up again. The other party is completely innocent and has no intention of developing a connection with you. Scorpio is of the opinion that the two of you need to develop a deeper mutual understanding, while the other party believes that this is sufficient. He is free to appreciate everything that Scorpio has made possible for him, as well as the affection that Scorpio has for him, without any concerns at all. Affection and adoration. This relationship will soon go through a period of transition due to the accumulation of problems, as well as the pushing and hugging that occurs between the parties. The instructor recognizes that there will be a potential for the two of you to grow and evolve. Then, we simply stated that the other side has made it clear that they do not wish to continue being a part of this partnership. He ought to have a carefree attitude and not be sufficiently focused. That is not going to happen between him and another person. It will be a long process, but he will eventually fall in love. At the beginning, he is unpretentious and sincere, however, his energy is not enough to keep him by Scorpio's side. It is very clear that Scorpio has given too much to the other party, but he is unable to gain what he wants since the other party is difficult to shake and their attitude toward this connection is not going to alter. It may be that the other party will not respond to Scorpio's message. What Scorpio is waiting for may just be the arrangement of fate. Scorpio is unsure of where this relationship will go. The instructor still has the impression that there is energy waiting, however, it is a fruitless and lonely waiting. On that day, Scorpio will inquire as to why.